Welcome. My name is Angus Doctor and the Mole,
And my name is Ymir Politopoulos.
and we've got a spiffy new intro, haven't
We
we?
have a new intro.
Very
We have a new
spiffy.
intro. Very nice.
First time testing this one live, and there was some delay still, but we'll fix. We'll make it even better.
Yes.
So, what are we gonna do today?
Today we're chilling. We're getting another episode.
Today we're chilling. So today is we're just hanging out. Aris all the way across Leiden and me in Leidendorp, and we're just hanging out in this awkward chat box screen.
Yes.
And no man, we are gonna play with the past like kittens play with yarn. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Exactly. Hey, Pascal is here.
Hey, tell me, Ja. Did you catch our spiffy new intro? If not, you'll have to catch it later.
Yes.
What is your poison of choice tonight, Aris?
I'm drinking a Hendrix gin.
Another Hendrix thing, very nice. I'm drinking a Ron Diplomatico.
But I am out of cucumber, which is a bit unfortunate.
That's sometimes. Hey man, if you have to choose one thing, if you're out of gin or out of cucumber, it's still better to be out of cucumber.
No, yeah, because tonic with cucumber is not. I wouldn't.
No, not necessarily. In my case, I'm all out of gin actually, so that's even worse. But on the other hand, I still have this very nice Venezuelan Ron Diplomatico Reserva. You know what is not reservedly diplomatic?
Our war.
Or war, or continued war with, well, I want to say almost with existence, but at least with the French and with the Russians and with the Babylonians, and that's not
And
us.
with the Aztecs, but they don't know it yet.
and they don't know it yet, exactly. So I think without further ado, let's just get into it because there's a war to win, baby.
Yes, there's a war to win. Or to continue anyway.
Yes, indeed. Oh man, I have to say this feels kind of awkward now that now that we're back after the old world. It's sort of
You've always
awkward.
been at war with Eurasia, is what you're saying. Yes, we've always been at war.
Yes,
There was never a time that we were not at war.
that's not entirely true. We were not at war for a long time when we were.
No, man, you need to get the reference.
Oh,
The reference. This is a reference.
I don't know. Give me the reference. Give me the wiki crutch for this.
The reference is 1984, where the news pieces say announce a
Oh,
war, and they say, "Oh, we have always been at war with blah."
yeah.
And then when they make an alliance with the same, they say, "Oh, we were always friendly, even though they were just at war."
It's been man. I think I've only read a couple of parts of 1984. I've seen the movie, but I don't think.
I mean, if there is ever a time to read it and then freak out completely about it, it's now.
So maybe let's not read it right now. In fact,
or read it right now. Stop the stream.
Stop the stream. Just cut it out. I need to read 1984 right now. Man, I'm kind of bothered by our differently sized. I want to be as big as you. So there we go. All right, that's better.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe what?
You could make me smaller, but
no, man. Let's be big. I feel like living large tonight. So this, as I said, this feels awkward after after the old world, the game. I think what I wanted to do actually. So this was probably just the connection, the road. And let me see. Yeah, let's see. Where do you want to go? Do we want to hit you up with Tsingtao? No, that's not necessary. I remember what we were doing here. We were just suffering here because we were just in
because we were at war.
No, not only that, because we were in rebellion after rebellion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Because we changed the.
Yes.
Which also changed government, right? Now we are.
We are now communism. Yeah.
Now we're communists. Yeah.
But that's not the reason. The reason was that the Hanging Gardens is now obsolete because we have invention, I think. Or anyway, I forgot what made it obsolete. But I mean, without wanting to draw sort of parallels where they shouldn't be drawn with the real world, there's plenty of upset going on in the world right now. And I think actually one of the things that we can do, not to make any sort of comparison with what's happening in the real world, but to simply look
Send out
at,
the troops.
no, we are actually, no, and actually have an in-depth look at how how control over your civilization works in civilization. So I think that's maybe nice to tease it out a little bit. And then probably what we'll find is that it has this very particular outlook on what order or what an ordered civilization is supposed to be. Without drawing specific or explicit analogies between what's happening right now in the United States and or all over the world, basically, and what's happening in civilization, because the things are, unhappy faces in cities is not the same thing as actually the Black Lives Matter movement and how serious that should be taken. All right. Well, that's a bit. It's always a bit awkward talking about making the bridge from real world issues to the happy colors of civilization. And of course, it is meant to be that way, but that's not always conducive for corruption in Uruk. Citizens demand temple. Wow.
Yeah. So actually, there is also plenty of information here in the 640k guide about governments and civil unrest, and there's plenty.
That's what it's called, civil unrest.
Yeah, and there's plenty of gameplay.
What?
When? You bastards!
They send in a diplomat, and they just
took it over. We just lost it. We just lost Uruk. That's the second time we lose Uruk. Oh no, we had lost Nineveh, not Uruk.
No.
Well, we've conquered Uruk twice, so we can.
Yes. All right. Civil disorder in Canton. So let's have a little look at this, and also Nineveh, order restored in Nanking, order restored in Hangzhou.
Okay.
No.
Go away.
Go away.
Get out.
French.
Get out of here. Jesus.
Yes. So right over here, there is definitely civil unrest in Nineveh of the worst kind.
Of the worst.
Well, Nineveh is just going to have to shoot itself in the foot for a little bit. This is the way to get it. So you can actually see that what's happening, of course, is, to be very specific, is we take away people working the land and make them specialists. In this case, happy entertainers, exactly. And entertainers lift the happiness level of people, and entertainment is an opiate for the masses, right? Yeah. And that's why we get more affluent people, and we also get people more like regular ones. And the whole goal is, because we never really made this explicit, is to have more affluent people than people in rebellion.
Yes.
Which is, I always found that even very long ago, I thought that it was a weird choice.
Yes. Because it also doesn't really care about the actual working class, right? Like
exactly. The working class is like, well, whatever, you just do your thing, right?
Yeah.
And then it really is about the affluent citizens that make sure that society doesn't rebel, which
in a way, in a very like kind of future prediction way, it's like if you keep the influencers happy, then you keep the population happy, which there were no influencers really in the same way that there are now back then.
Well, Elvis is probably a good example of that.
But yes.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, but here you can see that microcosm. So you see some happy blue citizens, and then the regular brownish citizens, and then the screaming woman, and the guy with the blades just living it up.
Yeah. The anarchists.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be anarchists. I think that they're actually supposed to be, you know, bad people, bad, not civilized people within civilization. So not the barbarians, but the other ones. All right. We desperately need some. Can I even buy? Oops. Can I even buy this? No, we have no money to. This will be an interesting first couple of turns.
Yeah.
So okay, that's that. We still. I think we will have. Yeah. All right. We definitely will get some.
You wanna know something interesting?
Yes. Tell me something interesting.
It
Always.
says here, among other things, about it's what to do when you need money, and it has a couple of
Yeah.
tips,
Sure.
right? And it says, note that despite what the rules might suggest, taxation has no direct effect on citizens' happiness. The only effect is the indirect loss of potential luxury items caused by high demand for coins and light bulbs. So you can raise the taxes as much as you want, but it doesn't affect the citizens.
Well, it's a good point. I mean, so what happens is that we can raise the taxes,
Yeah,
and then people become less unhappy because they become more affluent because there's luxuries. For some reason, if you tax if you tax luxuries, then they become. For some reason, baking is doing all right. So if you tax luxuries for some reason, then
yeah,
people become happy again.
yeah.
So maybe this even will allow us to. No, 10% won't cut it. But I'm still going to keep it on 10% for now. The rest of it seems. Canton is still rioting. So Canton, yes, this should do it for Canton, and hopefully we can keep them somewhat happy over time, for at least for the next round.
Yep.
The larger problem is here. We're actually not really. Do we already have a cathedral here? No. Or do we? Wait, Michelangelo's chapel. All right, we are definitely building Michelangelo's chapel here. Because we definitely need those cathedrals.
Yeah, we kind of do need them.
Yeah. No, but that's the interesting thing here in civilization is that there's this weird balance. And then of course, so there's two ways. It's luxuries, it's making people affluent, and it's quite literally, depending on your government, having forces within your city, or if you're a democracy, having forces outside of your city. And then having forces inside your city doesn't do anything good for them. All right. I think we haven't even taken a turn yet.
No.
Let's see. It's just because it's such a difficult little moment for us. All right. Let's just. All right. What else do they have to say in 640k a day about unhappiness?
About unhappiness in part. So,
or civil unrest, yes.
Yeah, they have plenty of things to say.
Well, somehow they're happy enough to build on our free castle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well.
What is it gonna be?
It's gonna be the B, I guess. Let's make up the road a little bit. Yeah. Let's see what happens. There we go. Cures for unhappiness. There are 4 cures for unhappiness of citizenry. The first is to increase the luxury rate. This will increase, diamond production throughout every city in a player's civilization. Every 2 diamonds will make 1 content citizen happy, thus creating a counterweight to offset the unhappy citizen when determining if a city will go into civil unrest. The downside to that is the loss of tax revenues and scientific research, but the luxury rate becomes a necessary evil. Second method is by the creation of entertainers, the little Elvis icons, which we already discussed a bit.
Yes,
The
we
third
did.
method is to reduce the third method to reduce citizen unhappiness is through martial law. Under all governments except the republic and democracy, each military unit in a city suppresses one unhappy person, forcing them into contentment. The trouble, of course, is that except under despotism, military units require one resource per turn in maintenance. Furthermore, they often die defending their cities or are required to abandon them and march off to war.
Hmm.
City garrisons, therefore, are not the optimal solution. And the final and best overall method is to build something that will appease the masses. There are 5 improvements and 6 wonders. Buy them, use them, love them. That's literally what it says.
Yes. I'm not
And
loving. I'm very much not loving. Or we're Nineveh is also taken over again.
Jesus, this French.
These French are a lot more. They take the wheel. Of course, they
Yeah,
take
with
the wheel.
diplomacy, right? It's all diplomacy to them.
No. They actually invaded us with a knight.
Okay.
So, well, okay, he says. Oh, in that case,
In
it's
that case,
only fair. Um,
so it says anytime you can get 50% or more of the citizenry of a city into the happy camp without having any citizens in the angry camp,
Jeez Louise.
the, the program generates we love the king or we love the president day.
Yes, that's not happened with us yet.
No.
Oh wow. Ah, Lord. We are suffering, Ares. We are suffering
Yes,
so
we are
hard.
not in great.
We are not in any great shape. We're not. Well, I mean, Ulrich will get back, but wow.
Nineveh will have to really capture.
Yeah, but I just lost 2 nights facing one night, so this is gonna be a shit show. Two.
Yeah.
Oh well. No, I have to keep that
I
night
mean,
one.
I think we're sort of fine with in the Russia front because
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the one night hanging out there because
yeah,
I don't want to get another sneak attack by some sneaky Russians.
yeah.
But all right, so at least Tsingtao is still. Yes, the secret of navigation. This was for once upon a time invasion plan for the new world.
Yeah.
That ain't happening anytime soon. All right, let's go for medicine. All right. I'm going to be very confidently just making some irrigation.
Oh,
What?
so cathedrals and temples might actually not be helping us.
Mm.
Because it says here, under the representative governments, every military unit not located in its home city will generate sad faces in its home city. Right?
Yes.
The brutal part of it is
But
that sad faces are added in after adjustments for city improvements like temples and cathedrals, so these won't directly help you when marching off to war.
yeah, but in our case, we don't have sad faces because we have people outside because we're communists.
Oh, that's
Communists,
true, I guess.
unlike Elton John actually said, communists in civilization don't care about their children. Apparently, is that Elton John? It's Elton John, right? Or am I completely mistaken here?
I'm not sure if it
Oh
was
wait,
this
no,
one.
that's actually maybe not Elton
I,
John. Sorry,
I,
that's
I,
Elton John is Nikita. Sting.
I was thinking.
Sting with the Russians love their children too. Sorry, I don't know. So I actually I love me a bit of Sting. So shouldn't have gotten that one wrong.
It is thing indeed, yes.
Yes, it is Sting. All right, let's see. Well, fortunately, they're also having trouble controlling Nineveh.
No.
Okay, there we go. We get back into.
Yeah, there we go.
So one of the one of the horrible parts are actually what I've always found, and we've remarked upon this a couple of times already, is that every time in Civilization 1 you attack a city, its population number drops with 1 if you attack it successfully. So this back and forth with Nineveh is super destructive in terms of population numbers, not just in game, because if you then think about the fact that supposedly one population number is 10,000 people in Civilization 1,
Yeah,
it's really, really atrocious.
it really is. Because it was above 10 Nineveh.
It was 12, I
It's
think, even,
like
yeah.
12 or 13, yeah, and now it's at 8.
All right. Let's get ourselves a bit pumped up and happy with atomic theory.
Atomic theory.
Greek philosophers first proposed that matter was composed of tiny indivisible particles in constant motion. However, this concept was not popular at the time. What especially with Aristotle. I like how that.
Aristotle was like, I don't like that
I
idea.
don't like that. and disappeared.
I
Independently,
mean, if Aristotle doesn't like it, then
Aristotle is basically the influencer of the classical, at
yeah,
least of Athens. Although, talk about this quote that you recently looked up about Feyerabend after I am done reading this.
yeah.
Independently, atomic theory was revived in the 19th century. Advances in physics, especially the development of quantum mechanics, this is your seems like your advance, provided a satisfactory explanation for the behavior of electrons and other subatomic particles. An understanding of atomic theory made possible the development of nuclear fission and atomic weapons.
It's
Yes.
a pretty interesting
Well,
take.
I mean, it's
It's pretty fine, right?
it's it. Well, the thing is, so this is one of those things that there's a lot of stuff that's wrong, but we still believe in, thanks to Aristotle. Oh yes, for sure. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Aristotle gave us a lot of interesting philosophies that are absolutely wrong.
Yes.
All right. So, what is the what is the quote when it concerns Greek philosophers?
Oh, you want me to read the quote by
Yeah, I
Feyerabend?
love it,
Of
Freya.
course.
Yeah.
So, in the book The Tyranny of Science, Paul Feyerabend, he has a bunch of talks by Feyerabend, and one concludes in regards to philosophers and tragedians, or writers of tragedies, and says the philosophers were read by a few people and they felt they were above their less sophisticated critics. The tragedians were seen by many and they felt they had to please their audience. They rewrote their unsuccessful plays and tried new and they hoped better versions of them. This did not turn them into fawning imitators of fashion. On the contrary, starting from what was common to all, they tried to lead their audience by means that were understood by all into new and as yet uncharted territory. This, you can believe me, is much harder than figuring something out by yourself and then offering it to a public that has been badgered into believing that it is up to them to understand the profundities of their intellectual leaders.
I it's such a great quote. This
It is an
it's
excellent
such
quote.
a enormous takedown of Greek classical philosophy, and
Yeah, that's the thing. In this entire lecture is such a takedown of ancient Greek philosophy that I just loved it.
yeah, and in
I
that
just
sense,
loved
and
it.
by extension, it is unfortunately also a bit of a takedown of the field of
Mm,
classics, I would
mm.
say,
Yeah,
which unfortunately still, to me at least, has this. I mean, not that like recently classicists don't know that and really try to get the wider audience to understand why it's important to study the classics.
yeah,
But of old, of tradition, this has not been the case with that
yeah,
particular field of studies. And so anyway, that's maybe also what happened with atomic theory.
yeah.
Maybe the philosophers were running around with it, but it wasn't in all the tragedies. So there you go.
No.
Hmm.
And there's one other thing that is relevant to this, and it's mentioned a lot in this lecture by Feyerabend, is the fact that for a lot of these philosophers, we just have accounts. Not in the case of Aristotle, because we have a lot of his own accounts. But for a lot of them, we have accounts of accounts of accounts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Aristotle said something, for example, about Thalys, and our only knowledge about Thalys is based on what
Based
Aristotle
on what
says.
Aristotle said about
Um,
his atomic theory. Yes, exactly.
yeah, and Anaximander the same. So for a lot of them, we just you know quote them as the fathers of X and Y science, but we're we just have no no fucking clue.
Exactly. We just have the reference. We don't have the original text. So
Yes.
you will notice that we ended a lot of time and ended up spending a lot of time with talking about Greek philosophers. That's because
Yeah.
basically we haven't got a clue how atoms work.
Yes.
I mean, kinda, but we couldn't tell you much more beyond the high school textbook, basically.
No.
So let's quickly move on from atomic theory. Um, we are moving. We are. I feel pretty bad um, about this playthrough, Ares. I feel that we're in a moment that we're actually gonna end up just maybe losing the game at some point. Right.
Whoa, that'd be the
Yeah, well, not losing the game in the sense of like before, but I think that the Aztecs are gonna outscience victory us. I
out
think.
sciences.
I think so. I think they're gonna outscience us.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Interestingly, in
Jeez.
the 640K date, it says that the perception of atomic theory fell into disrepute during the medieval period and not in the classical period, as we're seeing
It's like who knows. So Dr. Pasco or resident beta scientist also doesn't really they make up the stuff he studies. Exactly. I know that they make up the stuff that I'm sitting on and whatever, and they make up the stuff that is me. But for that's about it. All right. I guess we don't build a temple here. I guess we're just gonna build some phalanx here, and maybe a lot of them. All right, you, my friend, you get to. Oh, you actually get to fortify here. You get to be sentryed here. All right. Oh, what?
oh, catapult.
Oh, catapult is coming in. Oh my God, we're going.
Just as okay, we need to fight this. We need to win this.
Yeah, we just this is up and up and above, my friend. This is.
We got this, I believe.
But the good thing, it's a catapult completely by itself.
Yeah,
So, well, I'm still gonna take some defensive measures,
you should.
and
As one
but
should.
because I think that if he's actually he's gonna just move in, and then we're gonna pounce on him. So that should be okay. All right, we built Tsingtao build a marketplace. Well, thanks Tsingtao. That's nice. It's so nice that you build a marketplace. Now you're so small still, Tsingtao.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna build. Oof.
I probably not.
Probably just not. You just do you, Tsingtao.
Yeah,
just have fun here.
be happy.
Be happy. Just act as if the rest of the world doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That said, you are gonna be marching off to
To
Uruk.
attack Uruk.
Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, fortunately. Ashur builds granary. Yes, that's great.
Good job,
Ashur.
Ashur.
Now you actually wait. Oh, that's that. That's that Ashur. Now you get to do some things like build. Oof. Still also a
Wow.
long time.
Tiny cities.
Yes. I mean, they're not so tiny even. They just don't have a lot of production. That's the problem. I guess then it's just going to be a catapult.
I guess so.
Just a very long.
A very long way.
All right. That's good.
Can we like buy one?
Buy. Yeah, we have some money. We can actually buy stuff. Like for example, we can buy this phalanx, but there's really not much of a point because the problem is not so much that we so I mean we can buy it over here, but it's very costly if you haven't put any production in it. So here we can buy something now, but it's still very costly. I think it's better to just rely on the production. And the thing is, we just had we had a whole fleet of catapults, remember?
Yeah.
And knights, and we just sort of bounced it up into Nineveh, and then we had the whole rebellion. So now actually what happened is I ended up building in the other cities. I ended up building a lot of
production.
A lot of production facilities. So if I actually get you, no, that doesn't work. So, okay, these people are now happy now. So, all right. So let's see. You get to Yeah. Okay. Okay, you're doing well. You're doing good as well. Okay, you're doing good as well. Okay. So this is all going well. It's just they're just building major things. So we sort of have to do it with our new cities, which are also continuously rebelling.
Which is reasonable because these are the cities.
It is not reasonable, Ares. This is how many Tuesdays ago is this already? This is 3 weeks ago that we conquered these.
This is 3 weeks ago. This is literally centuries ago.
Yes, centuries ago. You're already or old new cities now.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
What can I say?
I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore.
I just don't know. Come on, this knight's gonna do it.
Oh
Nope.
no, this knight is just not doing. Oh Lord, and there's another knight. Well, that's good. We are just gonna be pumping out some phalanx here. We're just gonna shore this one up majorly, and we're just gonna keep on bouncing against there. We're just gonna play defense now for a little while. Not that we have any choice. No. All right, let's actually buy another catapult here. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's doable.
So Akkad just very well done, Akkad. Very good, very good. Akkad deserves some irrigation now because they're being very good for a war effort. Actually, they've been very nice.
So you will reward them.
I will reward them. Yes. So you just hang out here. You're gonna go, attack.
Like a knight?
A knight later, but we're not gonna do that by going out.
You will be attacked by a knight.
Yeah. No, I think he will. I think he will be. I think the computer also doesn't attack with less than like 1/3 attacking power. I think they try not to anyway. Right. Well, first Hangzhou, I guess you also still. We've got a couple of like.
I mean, the cities themselves are not doing that bad.
No, exactly. It's just that we have had this like very lopsided tax rate, which we can actually bump down a little bit, and now we also have to have luxury rates. So it's just we're just really running behind with the Aztec now, because all the production that we should have been pumping into that we should have been pumping into something else. Yeah. But sometimes that's just the way things are.
I mean, if you're fighting 3 wars at the same time.
I mean, the war with Babylon is
over.
Is over. Yeah.
It really is over.
That is as over as it gets. Yep. Well, we're number 2 even.
Oh, we're number 2. So Aztecs are first.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
There's
no.
Oof.
Wow.
What the F?
What? There we go.
Yeah, there we go. But that cost me a knight. Oh, yes. Wow. That was, well, at least we, yes.
At least we got there. Eventually. No.
It's a shit show. What else can we say?
Look, we're playing Zerg, right? We're playing Zerg. We just pump out units, and at some point we.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. We're not deficient in strategy. We're playing Zerg.
Yes.
All right. Well, all right. Let's.
It's not about.
Okay. Wait. They actually have another unit. What?
Yeah, it looks like it.
What?
Whoa.
All right. Whoa. That was the last of them, but we had to decimate that city now. Oh.
That city is in shambles.
That is in shambles. Yes. So we will get another phalanx here. That's good news.
Yeah.
Then all right. That's also good news. You know what? I'm actually gonna buy you. Out on the bayou.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Man, oh now we're thinking about it. I want me some.
Is there strategy in Civ beyond playing Zerg? Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Well, not in Civ 1. In Civ 1, there is well, basically the moment that we're in right now. There's there's different versions of strategies of Zerg right now. Or maybe 640k a day. This book from
Yeah,
1991 has some strategies for us.
it
Tell me,
definitely had some strategies.
tell me
Like
what.
if you read up on how to play democracy, for example, you cannot zerg if you play democracy.
No,
So
Clearly. But we need to Zerg right now.
right now, the way we played this out, yeah, we need to zerg it.
Yes, yeah, especially because if we want to have any chance of defeating the Aztec, we have to get Lyon and Paris after that, because they are big cities, and we will need those numbers to.
Yeah.
And what I also need is maybe I'm actually gonna plunk
So
down
like
another
it has
city
like a
here.
bunch of tactics here, stuff like reminding you that you should not be stacking units outside of cities.
Yes, exactly. That's a very good point.
Yeah. Unless there is one exception, moving a unit with a high defense value adjacent to an enemy city and fortifying it there creates an opportunity for an attacker to besiege the city.
Yeah.
That we should be building city walls.
Oof.
Uh,
Akat, you were doing so great.
yeah, you were
So
doing great.
this
We
is
were
a good
praising
moment
you.
to have a little look at the actual people that are marching here with
Yeah.
they're black shirted.
They're very black shirts, jeans.
Yeah, they're very. I like the fact here that they're a very diverse group of people.
It's not a very diverse group of people.
Well, if you have only a couple of colors to play with,
Yeah, okay.
I think that. Oh, well, let's put it like this. Obviously this was meant to be a diverse group of people protesting.
Yeah.
This was not
No, for sure.
There was not supposed to be any sort of right-wing bastards protests.
No, these are sort of, yes, as Pasco said, sort of hippies, kind of.
Sort of hippies, yes.
Yeah.
Of the hippie persuasion.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, Uruk has built another unit real quick
Has
here.
it?
Yes.
Oh shit. Are you sure?
Yes. Oh,
Oh, we have to take that
that's
down.
just horrible. I
We're
just
gonna raise the secret to the ground.
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh. All right. Yeah, you still have to hang out here because I don't dare move you right now.
No, just stick there. Stick to Nineveh.
Yeah, I mean the knights.
Let's make sure we don't lose that city
The
again.
knights have a good defense rate, I think, or relatively good. I think they have.
They're 4-2-2.
Yeah, so they have. I mean, attack is better, but they're
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
not.
so basically, according to the 640k a day, you need to basically run with as many knights as you can until you can get musketeers, which are 2, 3, and 1,
Yeah.
which have a better defense value. And then your barracks also become obsolete because you research gunpowder.
Yes.
So when we do that, we need to first sell our barracks.
Yeah, we don't have any barracks. I hardly build any.
Yeah.
Because that will be the other slightly more like focused Zerg rush is that you build actually barracks, and you build only military units in those cities that actually have barracks. But
yeah.
So the Russians want to speak with us. All right, that's great.
Okay, talk to us. Joseph.
So they have a peace treaty. I'm almost inclined to accept it, but also not.
I mean, I think we should at this point.
No, I think we're going to reject it, and then they're hopefully going to come back with a better offer.
Okay, sure. All right.
Or not.
Famous last words. Hey, if we say no to their peace treaty, maybe they have a better peace treaty. Go nukes later.
Yes. Okay, this is actually good. Shanghai built a cathedral. That's good news for us.
So we might be a bit chill.
Yes. Let's see. What are we gonna actually?
Let's build a bank. No.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea
We
for.
need to like start ramping up our.
Or monies.
Our monies.
Yes. All right. That is actually good news for Shanghai, because no unhappy people anymore. Yay!
Yeah, look at this.
That's
Look
neat.
at this.
They're happy. Happy people. All right.
Already restored in Akkad.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Well,
So,
they didn't want to get a better peace treaty.
exactly. I mean,
It's
we're complaining, but think if you're the Russians in this game. You just came in like,
you just came in and you're like, hey, what's up,
oh,
everybody?
what's
And
up,
everybody's
everybody?
like,
Well, we're already at war. We hate everybody.
yeah,
So Babylon, by the way, my goodness, look at that city. Woof.
yeah,
That's just sheer beauty.
it is.
All right. So Ashur is actually building that. Okay. Well. Oof.
Oh, are we gonna destroy it?
Yeah, I think so. I think Uruk is gonna be gone after
Not
this.
long for this world.
No, such a pity. I think we in their memory we have to found a new city somewhere here, but not exactly there.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we actually have to build some more cities. That's another way of defeating the Aztec is just build a shit ton more cities, and hopefully we can outproduce them. That's another route.
Yeah, but
Not feeling very happy about that route though.
I mean, I think like the French cannot have possibly built many more cities where they are.
No. This is the tail end of the French, but this tail end we've been dealing with for a long time already.
Yeah, it's a pesky tail end, but it's just not much, you know.
Yeah. All right. You just get to fortify here. You get to sentry here.
Fine.
Yeah. Stop civil disordering. I'm trying.
Guys, chill out.
Oh yes, the cathedral is gonna
Yes.
buy it.
In the months.
All right. No, not much, but now if it's built, because it's not built yet, then it should.
We need one more turn.
Haha, cute title. All right. Well, goodbye, Uruk. This
look at Uruk, like a hut and a field.
a granary and a field.
A granary and a field, yeah.
Do you know I'm sure you do, the term Pyrrhic victory?
Yes.
This is very much what this feels like.
This is what it is. Yeah. Yes.
Chemistry. All right. We are in our special Dr. Pasco section of the stream. The basis for modern chemistry was laid by the pseudoscience of alchemy, which attempted to turn base metals into gold and silver through the agency of an elixir or philosopher's stone. Alchemy periodically surfaced and degenerated. Alchemy periodically surfaced and degenerated until the real science of chemistry was found to have economically useful applications. Chemistry was also spurred by the practical needs of medicine and the theoretical considerations of natural philosophy.
Wow.
It's
Wow. This is a really bad take.
It is kind of a bad take. Like something is a pseudoscience until all of a sudden it becomes a science because of other science.
No, because of money, everything. So I think this is the most getting thing we've seen in.
No, it's not because of money. This is what
No,
money?
but that's literally what it says. It says
Economically useful. You're right.
Yes.
I completely my mind sort of blocked out the economic. Like yeah, sure, economically useful.
So that's literally in every, not in every, but in most of the Sphelopedia entries. Like, yeah, it kind of sucked, but then it was economically useful, so then it didn't suck anymore.
Right. There were also some practical needs of medicine.
Yeah, but who cares? Because what matters is
Yeah.
economically useful.
So yeah, but in a way, this is still, of course, the way that we look at chemistry right now, as this economically more useful thing than other things, and arguably maybe it is, right?
Like what?
Like for example, building airplanes with really tough stuff is maybe more useful than talking about games for a living.
Wow, you didn't go there. Wow.
I don't know.
Jeez. I mean, what causes more pollution?
I don't know. You take on Dr. Pasco. No, the thing is, of course, the two are not mutually exclusive,
No.
and I think seeing both or either of them via the lens of economic profit is exactly the wrong way to think about
Yeah.
any sort of scientific undertaking,
Yeah.
including the scientific undertaking of alchemy, which is just, it's this. I don't make stuff, I just break it. Yes, exactly. Right? That must be fun.
Yes. Also, don't see like, it says the theoretical considerations of natural philosophy. Did it? I don't know.
Well, okay, if you want to be really nitty gritty here, then like natural philosophy had long been gone when
Yeah.
chemistry as a science sort of popped up.
Yeah.
So natural philosophy doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's just a way that sort of, these tech trees sort of tangle into each other. Like it's sort of, we
Yeah.
have medicine, we have philosophy, and they lead to chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Not so right, I think, but I'm glad to take any cues on the history of chemistry. So
There's some.
what has
Yeah. There's some.
640k a day to say about this?
So chemistry has its origins in both alchemy and medicine. Although the modern discipline has its basis in atomic theory, with its attendant understanding of subatomic particles and bonding between elements, ancient Greek Roman chemists knew and used a wide range of chemicals by means of trial and error. They experimented on their patients by prescribing on chemical after another until attaining desired results, which is what modern medicine does as well, right? As for categorizing chemicals, the ancient chemists, described the elements in terms of taste, smell, or touch. In spite of the primitive nature of Greco-Roman chemistry, Landels listed several practical triumphs in his engineering in the ancient world: cure some diseases, make palatable and potent wines, ensure a healthy diet from limited food production, and invent a lasting black glaze for their pottery.
Hey man, that's useful stuff, all of it.
Yes, this is such an anyway.
I think we've hit this quarter of civilization with where we don't really have anything to add beyond just pointing out how completely weird this ends
Yeah,
up becoming, right?
this ends up becoming very
I
weird.
mean, this is an interesting point in the game and in all games,
Hmm.
because this is really the point where um, sort of the knowledge that the developers had about history was much
Yeah,
more based on what they've literally learned in high school themselves, and
yeah,
also maybe actually read a lot of stuff on, right? Popular
yeah.
stuff, or maybe even some hardcore stuff. I don't know, because I'm not in these fields, especially wouldn't know anything about the state of chemistry in the early 90s or late 80s. Um,
We're just going to ignore how alchemists developed all the experimental techniques and
yes,
apparatus.
we're just
We're clearly ignoring it.
we're ignoring that. Yeah, that's just such a weird backlash, I want to say, almost from the counterculture of the 60s,
Yeah,
is the way that we ended up very much talking about alchemy as a thing in the 80s and 90s and zeros, like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this not pseudoscience is just basically they just wanted to make gold. Yeah, no, not really. They
Well, they
actually
also wanted to make gold, but
yeah, they also wanted to do that, but that's exactly what, apparently, according to Sid Meier, well, who knows who wrote this text, but what chemistry is doing today, right? Make
yeah,
gold, just economically speaking.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That's also like the quote here that this Greco-Roman chemist experimented on patients by over and over prescribing chemicals, and this is described as primitive. This is, I mean, maybe not necessarily on humans, although it does happen on humans, but this is what happens on animals nowadays, right? You
yeah,
try again and again and again on animals or all sorts of medicines until you get the desired results.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this Greco-Roman thing was not that primitive.
And as JA points out, it is very much about the Enlightenment framing versus the superstitious Middle Ages.
Yeah, for
Because as you
sure.
can sort of see, right, what happens in civilization in the Middle Ages in terms of discoveries is not
Yeah,
much at all, right? It's feudalism, monarchy, maybe some religious stuff,
Yeah,
it's definitely is not something sciencey, because that's really supposed to be the age of
of ancient
enlightenment,
Greece.
right? And before that of
Well,
ancient
that is ancient
of
Greece.
the antiquities, yeah, exactly. And I mean, of course, we shouldn't really sort of expect more from this game, right? Because it is just a channeling of popular histories.
Yeah,
But at the same time, clearly, sometimes they get it very nicely right? So in the text that they write, or
yeah,
clearly there's advanced thought in all of this.
but that's
But
also because a lot of pop history sometimes gets it right. It's not like pop history is just bullshit
well, no,
altogether,
because
or
if
the
it was
complete
just bullshit
contrary.
altogether, then people wouldn't really believe in it. That I mean, maybe nowadays they will, but because everybody has
Because truth doesn't matter in now
truth,
it's 2020.
truth and pragmatics don't really matter anymore, apparently, but
Yeah,
at least to a good group of people.
yeah,
but pop history did become pop history because it rung a bell with people, and often when it rings a bell, it can either be something that you really like because it really resembles your way of thinking, like hey,
yeah,
or it rings a bell because it has actually practical application and practical
yeah.
truth. And so it's not all bad, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, let's move on with the practice of. Oh, I feel so sad about Uruk. All right,
Yeah.
we have to get another settler in. Maybe we actually get this settler in over there, and we're just gonna build a city up here. All right, you, however, destroyer of cities, quite literally, get to move over. All right. I like Canton too. Canton is also a nice town. It just should stop rebelling. Stop rebelling against my rule. All right. Let's see.
Stop rebelling against my rule.
Exactly. Let me just conquer you in peace.
Let me
Let me
entertain you.
let me conquer you all in peace. All right. Cathedral for Canton. That's neat.
Yes. Will that please the
Order
people?
is restored. They're like, yay, we're happy again because
Order.
we have a place to pray, and all of a sudden, all these people are like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
basic workers. Now we have a place to pray. We want to work in the fields.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want, like of the sort of thinking behind it, but mechanically it works
No,
because,
mechanically, of course it works because it's
well,
yeah,
not because of course it works. This, like, sure, like thinking that a mechanic should work like this is one thing from actually having it work like this in practice consistently.
no, I don't
Like,
think it should work like this.
no,
I
I
think
mean,
it works because it's like it's a good mechanic, like balance wise and mathematically.
it's mathematically, it's just super tightly designed.
Yeah.
It is. I
But
mean, what I'm trying to say is that mechanics, on one hand, you can sort of have an idea of how they should work, but they need to be tightly designed if they are gonna work out as dynamics. Things that consistently happen in a game.
yeah,
And this consistently happens in a game. As soon as you build a religious structure, such as a cathedral, you've got basic folk,
yeah,
workers, happy to go out into the field again. You don't need the entertainers anymore because they've got religion.
yeah,
So it's just consistently happens. Very
yeah,
interesting. All right, that's it. Let's build a bank here, because what we consistently could use as well is
some money, some
some money,
monedas.
some money. All right, let's see. Are we gonna take you, or are you gonna do it? I think you're gonna be the one, right? You're gonna be the one, or
You're the one.
or should we develop Babylon some more?
Let's put some work in Babylon. I think we've kind of neglected Babylon a little bit
Yeah, you're
lately.
right. You're right.
It's
Let's put some more work in it, some more love in Babylon. The good thing is Babylon is also not just gonna get taken over. It's defended, and it's defended with city walls. So, all right. Let's see. We are okay. We've got ourselves 3 failings here right now. So
yeah, this should not be.
this famous last words, but this should in theory not be. They should be defensible.
Yeah.
In fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the phalanx because if I remember correctly, the phalanx has 3 defense, or has it only 2? Let's have a look.
I guess it has two, I think.
Oh, 2. Okay, in that case, we just
Yeah.
need the knight. We just need the knight to
Yeah.
cover our Leonie's asses. Although we actually don't really want to just put
Oh,
everything with the knight.
yeah. Yeah.
Nah, that because that wouldn't work. Then we're in trouble.
When are we? Yeah.
Sorry, when are we what?
No, no. Go ahead. I'm trying to think of this somewhat strategically, but I don't think
Yeah,
I'm
it's.
doing it
I
better
mean,
than you.
it's. We're already done it a bit more collectively than we previously did. All right,
Yeah, we got medicine.
the secret of medicine.
Yes.
The study of the body and healing was first developed into a science by the Greeks.
Oh, those
Because
Greeks. Fuck.
they, those Greeks and their studies.
Jesus. Yeah, go ahead.
This, well, never mind. Hippocrates, considered the father of medicine, based his studies on the human body and observation and reasoning. His studies were just one of many breakthroughs that resulted from the flowering of Greek philosophy. Though some of his beliefs were incorrect, many modern medical students take the Hippocratic Oath upon graduation, swearing to uphold his principles. Medicine and alchemy were the basis for the developing science of chemistry.
Oh, now you like alchemy. Now you like alchemy.
Sometimes I just this seems to me like this almost seems to me like late night abstract writing. Like
Yeah.
like oh well crap, we have to say something
Oh,
about medicine.
we have to submit this tomorrow.
Yes. The study of the body and healing was first developed into a science by the Greeks.
Yeah. Because before that, people just died.
Yes, exactly. And it was also the Greeks that said this is a science. They just literally called it that. They're like,
Yeah.
this is a science, people. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't really have anything like. What would be the classical Greek word for science?
I'm pretty sure they kept using they use the word episteme for science.
Yeah, exactly. Like, which is not really science, right? This is knowing, or what
Yeah.
is? Yeah,
Yeah. It is knowing. It
yeah,
means more.
exactly. It's simply meant that they knew about
Yeah.
the body and healing, and
Exactly.
and
The
and
knowledge.
yeah, exactly. Had knowledge of that, and they
Yeah.
were sure they were keen in developing knowledge of that. But I'm
Yeah.
sure they were not the first.
No, because for literally, I would argue tens of thousands of years,
Doesn't
people
contain. Yeah, sorry.
would
Go ahead.
people would figure out ways, to use plants or whatever to get their wounds better, or like, oh, this plant makes my stomach feel better if I get sick, or stuff like that.
Right, we were doing this as frigging apes in quite literally in the game.
Yes.
Ancestors still.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't it does the word novel is not in this abstract, but there's a breakthrough in there.
There is a breakthrough. So
There were many breakthroughs actually.
yes,
Um,
not just one.
yeah. I
And I mean, the term flowering as well, I think, kind of substitutes the word novel.
yeah, I was just saying it's literally in the middle of the screen, and it's just you can say whatever you want. These are actually like if you like deep read them, they sort of break apart, but
Yeah.
they are very nicely written texts.
Yeah.
Like his studies were just one of many breakthroughs that resulted from the flowering of Greek philosophy.
Yeah.
This project will just be one of the many breakthroughs that result from the flowering of Greek. I mean, it's almost like exactly as Pascal said. It's almost like grand speak. All right. With this allows us the Shakespeare's theater wonder, which I think has already been built by the Aztec, if I think. But anyway, also genetic engineering. Okay.
Uh,
We haven't even reached invention yet, and I think we need invention for gunpowder. So let's actually go there real quick.
hadn't we done physics? I thought we had done physics.
I felt so as well, but you never know with these with these streams.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get you.
What's with naming all these buildings after famous people connected with them rather than the proper name? Yeah, we were discussing this last stream a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The
And
observatories and shit.
what is with it? We don't know. We just know that
Yeah.
it's weird.
Maybe it will be mentioned in the Meier's memoir.
Maybe try. Oh, in the memoir, I thought maybe in 640k a day. Look up one
No,
of
it
the.
doesn't say anything.
Look up. It doesn't say anything much about the wonders, does it?
It says a lot. It has a chapter about the wonders, but it doesn't. So let's see. Which one do you want me to check? Isaac Newton's College.
Yeah, for example.
Yeah, it says Trinity College of Cambridge is Isaac Newton's college. Whether you're thinking about the college where Newton matriculated in order to read mathematics and mechanics, or the college where he was elected fellow and later full professor. So it doesn't. It explains what is each building, but it doesn't say why. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. Isaac Newton's college is because that's where he studied, but nothing else besides.
This could be very painful.
Okay.
This approach. All right. There's two veteran units here, and I feel some hurt coming on. Let's see.
Yeah, and the same for William Shakespeare Theatre. It's the Globe Theatre, basically.
I honestly, yeah, probably it's just thinking for people remember names of people better than their buildings. Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. In particular, of course, if this is for an American audience, good point, Omar. This is for an American audience,
Yeah,
right?
nobody would know the Globe.
I mean, not nobody, but comparatively few people, and many more people will know Shakespeare and Newton
Yeah,
and Michelangelo. So,
yeah, exactly.
and in fact, it's kind of true as well because you come to know about the Globe Theatre through Shakespeare. It's not
Yeah,
that you sort of read about the Globe Theatre and you read about some random dude named Shakespeare that had some plays there,
yeah.
right? It's maybe a little bit the other way around with with Newton. Like
Mm.
you know about Trinity College before you actually know that Newton was the one hanging out there. So
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? So in the case of giving the names of the individuals, it's not about the place anymore.
no,
It's
exactly.
about the achievement of the individual. So it's about Isaac Newton and what he did, and
Yeah.
he must have studied somewhere. And it's about Shakespeare and having a theater where you get his plays. And then we assume it's the Globe or we assume it's Trinity College because that's the most logical explanation. But it doesn't need to be. It's just a location that that is related to these people. So it's about the people. The wonders. Maybe that's something interesting to consider. That the wonders are the people in that case.
Oh, that's so fluffy.
It's yeah, but it's also kind of true, right? It's
No, it's
because we have
yeah, it's exactly what it is. And I think that
yeah
later on, I think they just had to drop that. That
yeah because now we have the great people and the wonders.
no, but in meaning of Civilization 2, even they already had to drop that. There's not in Civilization 2, all the wonders are not called after people,
Yeah,
which we will find out when we do, one more turn season 4.
season something. Sid Meier's Civilization 2.
Yes. All right. Are you ready for just devastating loss again?
Do it.
Oh, what?
Boom! Boom!
There was
Got
nobody.
them.
There was nobody in there.
Yeah, because they sent all their troops against our cities. Pam,
What?
pam, 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 pam. Got there. Never didn't have it.
I well, you win some, you lose some, and then you win some again. Apparently, also
Yeah,
132 gold pieces. People.
that's some good money.
All right. Let's. I think it's about time that we are gonna steal democracy from Paris, but we're gonna steal physics from Lyon. All right, physics.
We are still democracy from Paris.
The
I love
study of
it.
physics came into being from abstract theories of mathematics and the practical experience of engineers and sailors. Oh, I like that. Concerned with the study of matter and energy and the relationships between them, classical physics dealt with phenomena within the bounds of normal observation: motion, acoustics, thermodynamics, and optics. These studies in turn led to further advances in areas such as magnetism and electricity. Modern physics is primarily concerned with the behavior of matter and energy under extreme conditions or extreme scales. Yeah.
Look. We've seen like medicine and chemistry and all sorts of things, and they all referred to the Greek philosophers and Aristotle and whatnot. And literally they think that there is a corpus of text that is called the Physics by Aristotle. Aristotle is not mentioned here.
Fair
What?
enough. Fair enough. Yes. Yeah. This is maybe the one real place to mention them.
Yeah. Missed opportunity. Damn.
Yes. Yeah. There's not
Maybe they
even
were like, yeah, I don't
there's
know.
not even the word of a philosopher in here. It's in fact it's mathematicians, it's engineers and sailors.
Yeah. It's only
Also,
the like
this
abstract theory. That's the only like
yeah.
that comes close.
One thing that I absolutely love, by the way, is this the little logo they have for physics.
Ah, yeah,
It's like
it
here,
also doesn't make much sense.
this is physics.
This is physics. You pull something down, something comes up.
Yes, that's physics. I love it.
Sid Meier definitely did that on purpose.
Yes,
May- Maybe they were like, damn, we have so many Aristotle things. Maybe we should drop it. And they
yes,
dropped it.
yeah.
Where should we
Nice.
drop it from? From physics.
From physics, yeah, because we've got engineers and sailors there.
Yeah.
Yes. Little did we know that Aristotle was also a famous sailor.
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, now remember this thing we should have probably discovered like a long time ago already, because we already have all the other stuff that comes with it. Like we already have magnetism and electricity. Well, no, we don't have electricity yet.
No, we don't have, no.
Oh, maybe we didn't have this actually. Oh,
No, we don't have magnetism either.
well. Oh, we don't. Oh, I thought we did.
No.
Steam engine.
But do we have navigation? We don't have navigation, right?
Yeah, we do have navigation now. Yeah, we actually do have navigation. So it allows atomic theory, which we already had, but whatever. So that's weird, right? So
That's why I think we don't have navigation.
no, we have navigation.
Okay.
I'm quite sure. We don't have magnetism yet, and we don't have flight, of course, and steam engine just yet. I like the fact that you actually have to understand physics for flight. Is that true? Is that true, Dr. Pesco?
I mean, birds don't understand physics.
Exactly. QED. This is pseudo physics that we're doing. I like that. It's like like
Such a pseudo.
the,
Such a
the the aliens don't understand physics and they're flying.
Yeah, exactly.
They never knew of Newton and they're flying. All right.
And they build pyramids.
And they built pyramids, flying pyramids. Of course. All right. Look at. There's actually happy people here now. Because they've got a Colosseum, of course. All right. Let me actually, in that case, you can stop. You can stop making phalanxes now. You can stop making your phalange.
Pascal says chronologically, yes, and a lot of the underlying physics was known for quite a while.
Okay. Nice. What should we do? Shall we? Can we relax already? I don't think we can, right?
We can never relax.
No, we can't. We have to build another catapult here.
Remember how I said that we chill? We don't chill.
We don't chill. We do not chill.
This is
Or you know,
funny time, Kyle.
all right, all right.
Sorry, this is too obscure of a quote.
This is Kyle is not South Park Kyle, or
No, it's an obscure StarCraft reference.
yes, this is
Obscure StarCraft streaming reference.
okay. Because I played me some StarCraft, but I
No,
don't.
you have to watch StarCraft streaming.
Stars. Well, there's many things in my life that I want to make time for, but competitive StarCraft streaming is unfortunately not one of them. Sorry, Aris.
No worries. I've abandoned it a while ago.
All right. I like the fact that sort of the irrigation system just keeps on expanding.
Yeah. Right. And now we're marching to Paris.
Paris. All right. Apparently they're all done. You are
Not on board.
also done. Most of my first year aerodynamics was invented in the 17th and 18th century. Well, you know what? Most of my first year archaeology was also invented in the 17th and 18th century, or at least that's what it felt like. Man, what shall we do? Shall we, you know what, Babylon, you can actually stop making this, and you're gonna make some settlers. Make some settlers. Wait, make some settlers, I said. Make them settlers, yes.
Babylon.
All right, I'm just gonna preemptively move this one over there. Of course,
We still haven't moved to the Arabian Gulf, so we don't know if there is still a city of the Babylonians there. I still think it would be so hilarious if there is.
That could be. It could be that there's actually a city right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Well, you're gonna find out later. Tune in next week when they finally discover the tail end of the Arabian Peninsula.
Yeah.
All right.
Taking them literal centuries.
Yes, they're like, I can't. It's kind of fair because the thing that we haven't discovered is the Rup al Khali, right? It's just literally the empty quarter. It is impossible that there's stuff there. All right. You go to here. What? Oh. Will you receive him? Yes, to gloat. To gloat at you.
To gloat, yes. Let's say we receive you. Hey, Nap.
Hey, Nappy. How about no?
You want us to pay tribute after conquering your city?
What?
Order has been restored to Lyon.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good, Lyon. All right. So you settler, you just wasted an entire. Oh wait, not you, but you just wasted an entire. No, stop.
Stop.
Oh what? Oh, I hate this.
Don't go there.
Don't stop going. I hope it stops.
Just wait.
Yes. Is there a river here already? No, there's another road yet. Okay. Boom. I like, by the way, how the Alps over here are just they're kind of not in the right place.
Is this the Alps?
Yeah, these are the Alps for sure.
Wow.
Yes.
The Alps decided to migrate to the north.
Yes, they were like, yeah, man, it's too getting too dicey here. And this guy Hannibal, just since this Hannibal guy came by, they're like, no, we don't want to hang out there. All right, are you ready for some peninsula?
I am ready.
Peninsula exploration.
I'm ready.
Oh, Leon was like,
wait, we literally just restored order. Damn.
All right, buy the temple
with the money that we looted from the city.
That's what you call justice.
I'm not sure if that's justice.
No, I'm not quite so sure either. I don't think that there's anything like justice to be found in something like civilization.
No.
So I wonder actually if the Romans are not hanging out here. I mean, the Romans are not hanging out, but there's a city here. But then we would have seen it by now. No, then we would have seen it by now.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a...
I just realized how tiny they've made Greece in this map. Wow.
Oh, you mean this? You mean the thumbs up? Wait. It's like...
It is a thumbs up. It is a thumbs up. Wow.
Wait. What?
Italy.
How?
Yeah, it's like... Wait, no.
All right, I'll let you know. Yeah, yes, exactly. Wait, what can you actually see still here? Nothing much. So let's move into the forest with you. All right, this plan of ours
is the Black Sea not connected to the Mediterranean? It's supposed to be.
The Black Sea is What Black Sea?
What Black Sea? Yeah,
You mean the Black Lake over here?
yeah, with a river.
Yeah, well, it's
The
you know.
Hellespont is non-existent, hyper thick,
I think they kind
which
of
makes absolutely no sense.
no, no. They sort of wanted to go for the Hellespont idea, I think, with this little river over here.
Which makes even less sense.
Because this river, what river could it be otherwise? This is not the Danube.
No, but could be the river Evros, which is at the border of Greece.
Yeah, maybe.
Unlikely.
Unlikely. There's just some. I mean, this is also a weird river over here.
Isn't this like? Oh my God!
Yeah.
What's the river in Paris?
The Seine? No, this is not the
Yeah.
Seine. This is flowing northward. No, this could be the Meuse or something like that. But you're laughing. But wait until we actually see the Netherlands in Civilization One. All right.
Haven't we already seen the Netherlands?
No, I mean,
Is that Denmark then to the north of us?
whoa, that's a juicy city. This is Denmark. Yes, exactly.
This
So
is Denmark.
then
Okay.
this is the
This is the
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Okay. All right. All right. Waiting for it. Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? You wait.
Ready for war.
You were. Oh yes, you were the disobedient settler.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, there's a Russian settler passing by. That's something we don't want.
There's Leon building its own temple. Chill.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we happy, man.
We have a temple.
We have a temple. Now you will also have what will you have? A granary. A cathedral? No, let's give him a granary. Or yeah, granary.
Okay.
Yeah, granary. All right. Sorry, Russia, but I will have to absolutely demolish your settlers because I don't want you to settle anywhere near.
Oh, they have this inverted color palette. Fuck.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Wow. This. Oh my God.
Yeah, you have to. You have to make do with what you've got, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Boom.
Damn. This is our war theme now.
All right.
You should cut it and add it to the song.
What?
Oh, what have they done? What have you done, Franz?
What the hell? I honestly don't think I've ever seen anything like this. In I mean in Civilization. I mean it's not like I've been around the world, so
entire life. Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
what? What the hell? It's also the wrong way around.
They were like, we have a city here, so we're gonna build a city right here, right next to it.
What the
So it doesn't
hell?
feel alone.
How the hell does Paris manage to be at that level?
So big. Yeah, exactly. Sharing half its space with.
Yes. Come on, you Beijing horse. All right. I guess it is time for some. Oh, I guess it's time for.
So what are we attacking then?
Paris first. I'm gonna go and say.
All right.
All right. You still ready for peninsula exploring?
I am.
I think we're still gonna move into. We're just gonna. Maybe we should just move our capital to Babylon.
That would be pretty great.
Will you receive him?
Let's check intelligence.
All right, let's check intelligence. They are despots. They have technologies, and that's it. I mean, there's not much. There's really not much to say about.
Yeah, let's receive them. Or do you want to take out this?
I want to take out the settler for sure, but he can pay me money before we take it out.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
do
The
we need
last
to
thing you
reveal?
want is a Russian city on Akkad's doorstep, or what is it, Asur's doorstep.
Sure.
All right, I'm not trusting you anymore to move by yourself, you settler. Russians develop horseback riding. Ooh, we are in trouble now, Aris.
What are we gonna do? Civil disorder in Ashur in the meantime. They're
Yeah,
like, you
because
killed the Thracian settler.
they're like,
Now
give
they
me.
lost their knight.
They lost their knight. They're like, oh, we need the knight to feel secure. Oh wait, that's not exactly why the knight is there. It is there to suppress you,
Yeah, Jesus.
isn't it? Yeah,
It's pretty horrible.
it's a pretty horrible game mechanic, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, yeah, if you have a military unit in there, people are like,
People
yes, we
don't
can.
don't exactly. People are not going to be more affluent. They're just not going to be, rising up.
I mean, it's an extremely Hobbesian take as well.
Uh,
Like, you need
Yes, of
yeah,
course. I mean, there literally is no civilization without the Hobbesian take, I would say.
fair, fair.
I mean, I'm not talking about civilization, the concept, but
No, civilization, the
civilization, the
game.
game. Um, well, there's probably also very little of other variants of. Is there actually something there? No, I don't.
Oh
Well,
no,
well. Oh yes, Aris, I think you're gonna be right.
there can still be. There is a
Yeah,
road there. Yeah, there's a road there.
there's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
road there. There's actually a road there. Oh wow.
There, we found them. We found the yes. Which
Uh,
actually, it might be a good idea to just keep it there.
the little city, you mean?
Yeah.
Who cares if there's another player bumping up? I mean, if it, yeah, we can keep the city there because it's not gonna grow much anyway.
No, and also it's better to have like, you know, another player spawns that we might have to deal with if they
Yeah, but
spawn
you don't have.
by.
That's the thing with Civilization One. You don't have to deal with the players because they're
We had
just.
to deal with the Russians.
Yeah, but not really, right? I mean, they're not. The only thing that they're doing is they're keeping us occupied here with that one night,
Yeah, that's true.
and maybe we lost one unit against them otherwise. But spool back play back the tapes, roll back. We see like 10 units
Yeah.
dying of the hands of the Russians, but no, I think they were like one or maybe two. Right. That said, let's first go for this. All right, that was painful for if you're Parisian.
Hmm.
I kind of think maybe. Oof, no, actually, they still had a phalanx there. Maybe this is the last one. Yes,
Oh, that was a swift
that
victory.
was a swift victory.
199 gold pieces. Wow.
The French are rich. They're
I
rich.
I think their war against us sort of brought them to the ground though.
Yeah, I think they were doing. Vive, vive la révolution. We
Yes,
find democracy in the heart of Paris.
makes sense.
Now, what are we going to do with this? With this absolutely awkward. Well, you know what? We don't have to think about that because first we're going to talk about democracy.
What is this flag? What?
They're just people casually raising their hands, Aris. They're not. They're not. It's not any sort of.
No, but
They're voting, Aris. They're raising their hands because they're voting. They're being asked their vote, and that's.
yeah.
They're not giving any sort of any sort of heil symbol because
No,
they
but
they
no,
do
no,
they don't.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Why is
okay.
the flag of Yugoslavia behind it?
It's the flag of democracy, which is, as we all know, blue, white, and red. I don't know. Is it actually
Like
the flag of Yugoslavia?
it is a flag of Yugoslavia. Wait,
It is actually the flag, isn't
wait.
it?
Let me Google.
All right,
Let me wiki
Wiki
something that I.
Crutch.
So what is it? It's a blue, white, red flag. Up.
Wait, poor WikiCrutch has been. There we go. We're being WikiCrutched here.
Yugoslavia. Flag Yugoslavia. That's. I mean, in some versions it has a star in it, but these are the three stripes. I'm sorry.
Let me actually just go back to the Cyclopedia and. Ah, will you
Hey,
receive
Garrett.
him? No, Garrett.
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to Stop it. All right, there we go. To democracy and reading about what democracy is. So democracy is a Yugoslavian concept.
Hey, my brother has followed us on Twitch.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. If you ever want to talk to your brother, this is the place to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, man, how are you feeling old already, Ares?
Oh, yeah. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. In Greek time, I'm feeling old.
Yes, in Greek time you're feeling old, but
Yeah.
in Dutch time you're still young for one more hour.
Yes.
A system of government where all of the people share in directing the activities of the state was called a democracy.
Not anymore. Projecting into future American democracy and Trump, this used to be called a democracy.
What the hell? What such a weird way of
Yeah.
I guess a system of government where all of the people share in directing activities of the state was called a democracy. No, I don't know
I don't know.
why is the past tense in there? Anyway,
Does he argue that there is no democracy anymore?
maybe that's it. This type of government first arose in some of the ancient Greek city-states. We should play a drinking game in which every single time that Civilization 1 mentions the Greeks,
We're gonna be smashed.
we
to the
should drink
ground.
some ouzo.
Oh my god. This is gonna be the worst idea ever.
Though slaves and women did not participate. The modern democracies of the West developed over time, tracing back to the Magna Carta agreement signed by King
Of
John of England in the
course.
13th century. Yeah, no, well, that's
Yeah.
overselling the Magna Carta a bit.
A
Government
bit.
run by elected representatives of the people was the basic concept of modern democracy. Democracy made possible unprecedented personal and economic freedom and the world's strongest economies to date.
I cannot stand the fact that in every advance there is something about the economy.
Hey man, the economy is advancing to meet the needs of the growing economy.
We need economic policies to meet economic demands
Yeah,
because it's all
it's
about
also an
economics.
outrage as JA is saying that those slaves and women were not participating.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like, we have this wonderful thing called democracy. And you're not part
Not
of it.
doing it. I mean, we're not allowing you to
Did
be part
not
of it.
participate. Yeah, it's a very euphemistic way of
Yeah.
you didn't
It
participate.
also says a system of government where all of the people share in directing the activities,
Yes.
but slaves and women did not participate. So not all of the people, but slaves and women clearly do not seem to account for all the people here.
No.
So,
It's the type of issues that you run into when you want to explain democracy in basically a Twitter thread length of text. But why put in the Magna Carta in there?
I have no idea really.
I mean, it's because of the Constitution, right?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with democracy, right?
No, I mean, so basically, what the Magna Carta says, of course, is we're going to curtail the rights of the king in favor of another group of people that was already very powerful, like the nobles.
Yeah.
And that's all. And that's all there is to the Magna Carta. I mean, there's a lot more to it, I can tell you, because there's a whole beautiful cathedral around the Magna Carta right today, Salisbury Cathedral. Um, which is absolutely beautiful. You should visit it if you're in England. But and it's a nice document, and they have a very nice little expose around the Magna Carta. But
Yeah.
it is not the birth of democracy,
No,
of
but
the
yeah,
modern
it doesn't
concept
have
of
to
it.
do. Maybe you can argue it has to do with like the concept of the rights of the individual, the rights of people versus like, I don't know, authoritarian governments, whatever, if you want to stretch it too much. But that that is one thing, and then democracy is another thing.
Is kind of another thing, yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I guess sort of the lords quite literally got to have a say in it. They got to sort of vote and debate about it.
Yeah,
But this is not
I
not
guess so.
not a democracy. Anyway, democracy, yay! It made possible the world's strongest economies to date.
I wonder, he says that having lived with like Soviet Russia, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Which was one of the strongest economy the world had seen at that point.
Yeah, it's by the way true that what J. Pascoe says that in the British national mythology, the Magna Carta is the foundation of their democracy. That's because
Yeah,
the Brits don't have a constitution; they just have that document, and then whatever they end up dreaming up in their House of Lords and House of Commons.
yeah.
There's stuff in there that is very much exactly that is about justice, but not about democracy as such.
Mm.
But that's a hot take, Aris. So Soviet economies were stronger than democratic economies.
Well, there were plenty of the Soviet economy, because there was one basically. The Soviet economy was much stronger from several of the Western state economies.
Yeah,
It,
but not the world's strongest economies to date, because we're talking here, Japan, USA, Germany. That's of course the reference material here
yeah, but
for
to date, to 1991,
to 1991. It
like
would have been the US and Japan, of course.
in that particular like date. But if to date means the last 30 years or the last 50 years, it's still.
No, absolutely true, of course. But if you if you don't get a strong economy out of it, why would you have a
Why
democracy?
would you do it? Because democracy is all about the economy.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I honestly wonder if this is so this constantly referring back to the economy is something that simply arises out of this being a game, and because if you have to juggle resources the whole time this is what civilization is about, right? That's the whole
Yeah.
mechanics of the game, juggling resources. um, Everything is an economy.
It might be that that's a wild guess, but it might be that those advances that do favor would require a more economic heavy play style, refer economy like democracy, while some that require a more aggressive one, they do not.
All right, we can
But this
quite
is a
we
very
can
like,
so you want to say that communism
yeah, let's say communism.
developed as a system of social organization where the real property, land, and means of production, factories, were owned by all.
Oh, we haven't even seen communism and we have it.
No, no, we don't have
Jeez.
it. We have it because of the pyramids. So we actually get
Yeah.
democracy first, and after that we get communism. So experiments with this system appeared at various times in the past, but communism in the world today arose from the often appalling living conditions that came into being for the factory workers during the industrial age. Outrage over the greed of the new capitalists and the poverty of the workers led to the Communist Manifesto of Marx and Engels that predicted the rise of a classless society. Communism has failed so far to fulfill its promise of an egalitarian society based on working class values.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like democracy.
Yeah.
So we're in the same boat there. Although I guess democracy doesn't really promise an egalitarian society.
Yeah.
All right. It's the stupid economy. It's the economy stupid and all that. Yeah, exactly. When was Clinton? What do you mean?
No,
No, this is not about Clinton. Clinton is after this. This is Bush era that we're talking
yeah, it
here.
was also, yeah, it was later. I think the phrase "it's the economy stupid" was just a bit
Yeah,
later
that
than
was just a little bit
1991.
later. Yes, 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 yes. It's also right about when the Cold War was won. Yeah, no, this came out. This was in development when it was clear that the Russians were on their last legs, and this was in development when the Berlin Wall fell, and it came out. Or actually, maybe it wasn't even in development. It was probably already after the Berlin Wall came. It's sort of hazy when the actual first development of Civ started, I think. But I think
but
1989, I think, and it sort of was brought out. It was brought out in 1991, so it's very much of this time, right? The end of history time, when you could actually say something like communism has failed so far to fulfill its promises of an egalitarian society based on working class values, because the Soviet Union was falling or about to fall, and
and Cuba was strangled to death by the U.S.
that was already before that. Way before, and the Cuba had entered after the fall of the Soviet Union. Cuba entered its what they euphemistically refer to in Cuba as the special years, where basically everybody was constantly suffering from hunger and general lack of any sort of resources. So that's and only later when Cuba became was already socialist, but the Venezuelans came in with the oil money, was when Cuba had its economic recovery a little bit. But anyway, that's going too much into history that we haven't arrived at just yet. So you're kind of, it doesn't talk so much about the economy; it talks about production, as it should, right? With,
makes sense.
All right, so
let's get back to war.
Let's get back to do some more.
I mean, we have this huge force that we were like, we're gonna crash against Paris, but then we just took Paris in one go.
Then exactly, Paris just crashed against us. So you get to fortify there. You get to run over to Paris. So you get to fortify there. So this is very annoying. Sure. because we really don't want the city there.
No, we don't, but it is what it is. We don't get the option to destroy it, right?
No, you don't get the option to raise the city there. That's the only way, in fact, to very horribly raise a city is to just let it be captured again and again and again.
Yeah, but that's not.
So this gentle little incline, that's the Netherlands.
That's the Netherlands. Yes.
Nice. Okay, I guess we don't get to wander around more than this because Chartres is still in our way.
Don't forget to check Arabia.
Oh yes, I will. I think it should prompt me, right? Yeah. All right. Oh, that's a road over there. Babylon built settlers. That's also great, Babylon. Thank you, Babylon. Right. Marketplace. We are flush, my friend. We are going to cut down on our taxes. Okay, I think it's about time to start to sail.
Yeah.
Come sail away. Since the Aztec are not, they're happy just hanging out on their island. We at some point we have to come knocking on their door.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tsingtao built a temple. The little town that could, very nice. All right, then Tsingtao is also gonna build something else that's gonna take way too long, such as why not? By the time you're, no, we don't need it. We're gonna a library, a nice library to spend your time with in the Siberian steppes. We can just go straight here. Okay, Chartres is already in full. All right, let's see. Oh, that's the end of the road.
Good night, Pasco.
Good night, sir. Thanks for hanging out as always.
And thank you.
That's anticlimactic, Ares. That's the end of the road.
Oh, that's the end of the road. Shit.
Oh well, I'm still gonna explore, but that's not too hopeful that we will find other. Let's see. All right, you go over there. Hey, we've got a knight. You're good with the knights now. Go make something of yourself. Go self-improve. Such is a nice aqueduct. You probably don't even need. Oh, you do actually need. Wait, you know what? In that case, go for a nice cathedral.
Cathedral.
All right. Do we still need to send our knight over there? What do you think, Aris?
Not necessarily, right?
I don't. I feel. We're gonna go for a Russian adventure now.
Okay.
Okay, he says. Okay.
Okay. I mean, when did I ever object to war?
Well, I think on occasion, I think you did. But
On occasion.
all
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
So
They are doing pretty well there.
yeah. We're just so this is now the little trick is if we want to get rid of Chartres, then we just wait until they have another unit there,
Yeah.
and then we just pound it into dust. Let's do that. It's a horrible tactic, but let's do it.
Why does that work?
So they're gonna build a new unit now soon, probably,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
And then if they build a new unit, we're attacking again, and their number and at a certain point it's just at 1.
Yeah.
And then we got rid of Chartres.
I see.
Such a horrible.
It is a pretty horrible tactic.
All right, you can actually. Yeah, why not go and have fun.
Go and explore.
Go and explore Africa. Not that there's any negative connotations with that, like a struggle for Africa or a race for Africa or whatever. Oh wait, there is, but all right. Sumer, what were we just talking about?
Just buy the cathedral. No, don't buy the cathedral.
Just buy it.
Wait.
Don't buy it. Just buy it. All right, let's not buy it. Okay, and we just give them some more. And actually, let's do something about the tax rate. The taxes are too damn high.
Too low in this case. No, just yeah. Let's get some science. Let's push that science.
Exactly. Always a good moment for science. Some irrigation, because why not?
It's a village.
There's a village.
No, it's a village.
I think this definitely proves that we haven't that Babylon hasn't settled here.
Yeah, I think so.
This is probably the last village in existence. Let's play YMCA.
Maybe there are still villages in Africa.
Maybe. I think not. So it is 4. Shall we?
Yeah, just take it.
Just take it?
Yeah, just take it. I mean, are we gonna be focusing on growing Paris even more than that? Maybe. You wanna say?
Yeah, I want to say. The problem is this is going to be a majorly annoying town because Paris is going to probably be like rebelling.
Yeah.
And, well,
maybe. I don't know. Up to you.
All right, let's just take it.
Up to you.
Let's just take it.
Let's just take it. 32 gold.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
An affluent citizen, a worker, and then I lose.
Yes. It literally cannot have anything else then. Oof. That's Paris.
So there is something in here, I think, about sharing.
Or sharing or caring?
Sharing is caring, yeah. No, about sharing squares.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have to find it really quickly.
I think the French want to talk.
Yeah. No. Too little,
too late, my French friend. Well, okay. You actually destroyed our knight. Now we're gonna go down like a clown. Let's do some casual running behind my knight with that catapult. Ares, a moment of the ages. We invented invention.
We invented invention. Why not?
Why not? So yes, the Chinese wise men thought that if they think of new stuff, then they thought of new stuff.
Yeah.
All right, this must be a text. This is gonna be a text. The contrivance of a previously unknown device, method, or process is known as an invention. The advance of technical knowledge is essentially the discovery of new inventions. The history of civilization shows that the spread of literacy and the rise of engineering specialists were critical to the acceleration of new technology. Engineering is the practical employment of invention, and people who do this work are often the ones who identify the need for further advances and achieve it. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Engineers, you can see the sort of mind behind the software engineers here.
Yeah.
The progress of a society is a measure of how well it encourages and adopts new inventions.
Wow.
I wonder which intern had to write this text because they're like, oh crap, we have this advance in here that is called invention. Like, but aren't they
Yeah.
all inventions? Yeah, but you know, it's just otherwise it won't work. The tech tree won't work otherwise. They probably weren't calling it a tech tree back then. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, there's this one intern, you know, from from just down the road from Maryland. I don't know what university is close to where Micropost was. But okay, let's just write. It's
Let's
like,
just try. Let's just do invention. Just do it, man. Just do it.
yeah, it's. I mean, it starts off strong, I have to say. Right, the contrivance of a previously unknown device, method, or process is known as an invention.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just stopped there. Like, hey, that's what it is.
When somebody makes a thing that nobody had made before, that's
Before,
invention.
that's invention. The advance, and then I like how they actually then they're like, well, now we have to write something else.
We're like
Well,
shit.
the advance of technical knowledge is essentially the discovery of new inventions. They actually say the advance, so this advance is
Yeah.
anyway. It's weird, and but then of course the only true inventions are ones that have been or is stuff that you can listen to and light, and stuff that you can put in little glass bowls.
Yeah. That are red or green. If they are blue, it doesn't count.
Yes, exactly. Oh well. But
Anyway,
this does allow us to go for gunpowder, I think.
now that we're almost done with
Oh
our
well,
war,
steam engine, not gunpowder just yet. Steam engine it is then. Civil disorder in Paris.
yeah, no shit.
No shit, Sherlock. Let's see. Yes, because otherwise, so this is exactly the thing that I was afraid of, Aris. This thing over here is where basically
Yeah.
Paris is just strangling itself. No,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Orders restored in summer, order restored in Chartres. For now. All right, are you ready for
I am. I am.
friendly tribal skill? Thanks.
Nice.
Thanks. That's nice.
Easy.
I was expecting a horde of barbarians, but unfortunately.
No barbarians anymore. And now, what are we to do without barbarians? This is actually a poem. This actually comes from a poem.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
there's this beautiful poem that I really love.
I said just the sound itself is already sounds pretty.
Yeah, it's called the poem is called "Waiting for the Barbarians," and it concludes by saying, "Now what's going to happen to us without barbarians? Those people were a kind of solution."
Nice. They
Because
were.
yeah, it describes this city that's constantly waiting for the barbarians to attack, and people are constantly making preparations, and
Yeah,
they sort of have a purpose because of the barbarians.
barbarians. Yeah.
And then the barbarians never come. And you're like, now what are we to do without barbarians?
It's
Looking, yeah,
it's a true statement for sure.
it is a true statement. Yes,
All
this
right,
is
that I think may have been the end of France.
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if that's the end of France, but
I mean, we still suppose that we're done with Babylonians, but we don't know.
no, the Babylonians are hanging around still, because you get a little notification if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have.
France is probably somewhere in Italy, right? That's not a
Mm,
geographical. Uh, Statement.
Statement. No, it is
France is
not.
in Italy, right?
No, I don't think France is in Italy. I think France is who knows where from. Maybe in England, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
should
so.
be in Italy because we were playing against the Romans, so they must have
Yeah, but
thought.
I think I think they just raised Rome. It's probably
No.
it was very small still Rome, so they probably attacked
Yeah.
it once or twice, and then the population just
You
that
mean
that
the population just died, was slaughtered? That
yes,
was a genocide.
there was basically a genocide in Rome. Yes, by as we already I think remarked on earlier by French barbarians.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go down the Nile.
yeah, let's. I'm fully in denial.
There was some kind of weird bug that bumped against our
Yes,
well.
windshield or nightly windshield.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that's nice. No more unhappy faces. So
Nice. Yes.
instead you can just. All right, we have to come to an arrangement here, Chartres. I think the arrangement has to be that you don't get to have all the good bits that Paris gets to have.
Yeah.
All right, that's a bank. That's neat. Let's go for university.
Yeah. Let's make a university.
Um, so Chartres, my dear Chartres,
Make your courthouse. It's fine.
you are gonna do the following. I think that's let's see.
How does it get access to that field?
Yeah, it just does. And actually, I don't think Paris will get access to that field, or does it? No, it doesn't.
Oh,
That you can have that one, right?
yes. Yes, it can have
Yes,
that
it
one.
can have that
And the
one.
one to its south, right?
And
No,
then
no, no.
every
No, no.
basically every not everything to its south, but this one
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
and this one. So
No,
that's
and the one to
no, because this is already
the one to the left
this one. I think this
this
one
one
as well.
is Paris.
Oh no,
No,
actually no. Yeah,
Paris.
you're right. Okay,
All right.
Paris is getting that. Paris is getting all the good bits.
Yeah, chill.
All right, this is you, Paris. This is all you.
This is all you.
All right, and Lyon. I guess Lyon is also getting has to get some of the good bits, otherwise they're gonna
They're not gonna like it.
die. All right, I don't think we're gonna find much. Oh,
There you go. Finally, I made the right call.
That is interesting. Fortunately, we have actual use for these catapults.
Yeah.
Do we actually care? Yeah, we actually care about discovering the Atlantic Ocean. There you are, Atlantic Ocean. Yay!
Nice. I still believe. Go to the right with one of these units.
All right.
It might still be a city.
All right. Then we're doing it like properly.
Okay. There's no city.
There's so far no city. All right, this one was moving up actually. So how far does a cut go up? Only there. That's 1, 2.
One,
2. Okay, so you get to hang out over here. Funds are running low. Oh, they are running low. Oh dear.
Yeah, because we bought that cathedral.
Yeah, but even then they're still running lowish because we're building all sorts of other expensive stuff. Let's build some banks. Banks to make us money. Banks don't cost us money. Nah.
No, they just make us money.
Oof. We're actually bleeding a lot of money.
Yeah.
So tax rate bumping it up again. 1, 2. No, that needs to be one up. In fact, what I'm going to do before, I'm going to make some irrigation there.
This
All
city
right.
is going nicely.
This is like just by itself. Just
yeah. Just
this is the place that you get to go if you've been a really good Chinese citizen. You're like,
yeah.
I think this is the end because they seem to be undefended.
Yeah, they seem to be undefended. Let's do it. We got it. Straight up.
Hmm.
Bordeaux. We got Bordeaux in Italy.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I would go for a Chianti there, but
Yeah. So they raised Rome and they built Bordeaux in its place. I think.
Yes, they must have.
Bad.
They must have. Wow, Bordeaux is a shitty city. All right, let's build a phalanx here because we gotta build something. Wow. Oof. Okay. Still no message of the French being.
No, right? Probably to the north somewhere.
All right, let's go. Let's go hunting.
Don't we have like a night to go a little bit faster?
No, because all the knights I think we smashed them. Oh, maybe we have a knight still in
It's
Paris.
fine. We can do it with
We have
fire.
we have an. Oh,
Yeah,
we actually should change that
from a cathedral to something else.
to maybe a temple because why not?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's get the knight over there. I mean, this is gonna take a long time anyway. All right. Yay!
Hey, there we go. We're about to set sail.
Funds are running low. How are they running low? Yay!
What I guess.
I think it's yeah, number 4, right? Number 4.
Yeah, let's do. We haven't done it in a while.
Oh, look.
Look at it.
How
Beauty.
look at its beauty.
Do it. Do it.
Come on. Oh, we lose the flag though. We lose the flag.
It's okay.
We get 2.
Flat.
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Hey, there we go.
Where are you, French?
What do you want, friends?
Still asking for stuff.
How dare you?
I'm gonna say reject.
Yeah, of course. Look at them in the back. They were so happy.
Yes, sir. All right, Major flees in panic because, of course,
So these mayors are like the
they.
first sign of an unrest. They're like, okay, I'm out.
Well, that's not what happened in Amsterdam. That's for sure.
Yeah.
My lord. That was a interesting shit show. Great protest, but politically a shit show for GroenLinks and Femke Halsema. All right. Food storage exhausted in Bordeaux. Famine feared. Yeah, we kind of population decrease in Bordeaux. We kind of know Bordeaux, but
We know. We just got you. You have nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. Oh dear. Wow.
This map is all over the place.
Yes. But Europe, well, wait. That's a good pun. This map is all over the place. Right. Knights, go and find me. They still must be here somewhere, apparently.
Clearly.
We've been particularly unsuccessful at completely vanquishing our enemies, but
We haven't vanquished a single enemy, but we've conquered them all.
yes. All right. I guess.
I think we should like get this thing solved next stream.
You mean the one where we find?
We actually find the next
Yes.
French city.
Well, I found a Russian city.
That doesn't really help.
No. All right.
There you go! I called it! I called it! Yes.
Oh, how nice.
I called it.
A Lippy.
I have to be Wikicrat, sorry. I have no idea. Libya was an ancient kingdom located in the western side of Zakros, between Babylonia and Media. The period of major development in Libya was from 9th to 7th century BC. Alright, I had no idea about that city. I just have no idea.
All right, shall we talk to the Babylonians?
I mean, we can talk to them. We can also.
We found you. Hello.
Why are they only 3? Where's the woman?
Oh, the less powerful they are, the
Oh,
least
less.
advisors they have.
Okay.
The Aztec will have a full contingent of 4.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do, Aris? And I'm gonna leave this up to you.
Now we have to conquer the city, of course. What kind of question is this? Now that we found them,
Are you sure? Even if they give us 50 whatever coins?
I want to say just conquer them. Oh,
Have mercy on our humble and peace-loving civilization. We will give you all of our gold and knowledge if you let us live in peace.
that doesn't sound all that bad all of a sudden.
Well,
They're all leaving.
they're all
Look at them.
in. They're all in. They're
Look at
they're
them
sl-
behind. They're like,
there's
oh, please accept, please accept, please accept.
So, as I said, Aris, it's your call. This one.
Make peace. I will stick with the previous strategy of keeping one city and not having another civilization spawn.
All right. They're gonna be so happy with us,
I'm sure.
and then they're gonna throw a nuclear bomb at us.
I, I don't think they will ever be able to develop a nuclear bomb.
No, I don't think so either. Not stuck there in the southern tip of the of the Arabian Peninsula.
Yeah.
All right, make peace. We affirm this treaty of eternal friendship and goodwill between the people of the Babylonian and Chinese civilization.
Better be eternal.
We welcome the friendship of the Chinese people and their most wise and beneficent leader, Comrade Random. Comrandom.
Come random, yeah. Look, comrade.
All right,
dog.
we demand
Over.
tribute for patience. No, we don't have a military proposal for you
No.
because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna? I can ask them to also fight the French. Maybe they know where the French are. You must attack the evil. Who do we think are more evil? The Russians? The Russians are evil, right?
I guess that
Such a weird
where
game.
they're situated, the Russians makes more sense, right?
All right. We have no contact with the Russians. Well, okay. That then they're right there. They're right there.
You see them.
You see them. You see them.
You know it.
No integration in that case. Let's quickly. This is going to be a long-term project. All right, Akkad. Thank you for all the catapults, but you can build some other stuff now, like banks. And you even get to have your person back. There we go. I think we're just gonna slow roll out.
Yeah.
Over the African continent.
And start approaching the Aztecs.
Yes. Hey, I think I've heard a tale about this country, and far away. Shall we check it out? It's like, do you think the Earth is flat or round? Such an exciting thing. All right, finally, this is a milestone. This took so long for us to get here.
Yeah.
But we're finally here. Yeah. All right. Order restored in Paris. That's nice. Lyon builds a granary.
Nice.
Okay.
Pretty well for itself, Lyon.
Yeah, for sure. And Lyon is also going to build a cathedral because, of course, at a certain point, Lyon is going to be like, oh, aqueduct. Actually, that's what it needs. Order restored in Asher.
Meier flees.
By the way, have you seen that all these are basically Tudor houses? All these little houses.
Yeah.
Such a log cabins and Tudor houses, and some mud brick, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right, Akkad needs something else. Maybe a temple. Can we buy it? Yeah, we buy it. Boom. There we go. Akkad is one of my favorite cities. Okay, Hangzhou apparently is also not doing too bad. Building a bank, but maybe we're going to change that to an aqueduct. Boom.
Shall we be wrapping up?
Yeah. One more turn.
One more turn.
So what I actually want to do, I want to see if we can reach the Aztec, or shall we leave it as a cliffhanger?
Let's leave it as a cliffhanger.
All right, they will leave that as a cliffhanger then. We don't even get to see that. Yes, it gets 2. All right. Okay, let's save this game.
Save it.
Save it to.
I mean, we won a war in this stream. That was intense.
Yeah, it was an intense stream, and we had some good laughs about invention.
Yes.
And we talked a little bit about civil disobedience in Civilization 1. So once again, good innings.
Good innings.
Save in progress. Oh, I don't like this actually. Game has been saved. Okay.
All right. Close.
Let me actually just double check this. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
It's there. But yeah, next Thursday let's play a different game. Something completely different, which is actually true, because
It is true.
the new world, or not the new world, old world is actually very different. So
It's
if you
nice.
if you want to check it out, we already have the stream of last Thursday's uploaded
on YouTube.
On our YouTube, and we're gonna be back there together with Omar, and we are gonna talk, and hopefully with a lot of you as well. Last time we were joined by a lot of people viewing, so hopefully we'll get a similar debate going on with that as well. And if you're just dying for us to get into more Civilization 1, we'll be back next Tuesday with that. That's all from us for now. Stay happy and, of course, stay healthy.